10 Best School BL Series, 2022 to 2023. In the earlier years of BL series, school BLs have always been the most popular shows because of their nature of being easy to watch and non-complicated storylines most of the time. In this episode, we will be having the list of best school BL series in the recent years that are worth binge watching for the first time or even for a couple of times. If you also have your own favorite school BL series, feel free to share it on the comment section below. Before that, some of the BL series that will be mentioned in this video might not be available on your country due to geo-blocked restriction. In order to watch those particular BL series, you might want to sign up to ExpressVPN to unlock those geo-blocked BL dramas on your country while also surfing the web safely and anonymously. ExpressVPN also has an ongoing promo for Thai BL viewers if you use our official link on the description below. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Be My Favorite. Based on the current ratings on my drama list website, Be My Favorite is one of the best school BL series, and I think some of you may or may not agree with it. In the last couple of months, I have seen mixed reviews about this series because of combined personal and technical reviews about it, and I think all of those are valid. Although Be My Favorite didn't start in a school setting, the time-traveling plot allowed this show to showcase its nature of being a school BL and also a BL which features working adults characters. Be My Favorite follows the story of Kawi, who travels back in time because of his regrets in his current life. He always wanted to court his forever crush Pirmai, but upon his time-traveling journey, his classmate Pisang turns out to be in love with him secretly. His current mission to make Pirmai fall in love with him is put on hold when he starts to be comfortable around Pisang. Be My Favorite can be watched on YouTube. Number 9. Blueming. It's always been rumored that a proper second season is on the way this year, but it turns out that we won't see it happening in the near future. Apparently, Blueming will have a remake, even though the first version was considered a masterpiece by a lot of its fans. Saying I'm quite disappointed with the news of Blueming having a remake instead of a second season is an understatement, but I hope they get to reconsider their decisions in the future. Blueming follows the story of Cha Si-won, who realizes that having good looks is important to grow one's popularity. When he attends college, Cha Si-won is so confident that he would be one of the most popular until he meets one who has perfect looks, great personality, and comes from a rich family. The confidence that Cha Si-won builds in the past couple of years is definitely shaken the moment the new guy appears. Blueming can be watched on XylonAkauMSTS. Number 8. My Only 12%. It's one of my personal favorites because it's a pure romance story of how two people fell in love with each other while also showcasing their friendship in the initial episodes. The chemistry of Earth and Santa felt so much natural and their scenes were all heartfelt. My Only 12% follows the story of Cake and C, who have been friends since their childhood. While the two have opposite personalities, they complement each other and are very close. As both of them grow older, things start to change between them and their friendship is on the line this time. My Only 12% can be watched on YouTube and XylonAkauMSTS. Number 7. The Eighth Sense. It's good that we get to see the Korean versions of school BLs because it gives a lot of diversity when it comes to storytelling and plot. The Eighth Sense is one of the BLs that showcased a natural way of falling in love, and it was a beautiful one. The Eighth Sense follows the story of Ji-hyun, who struggles to adjust to a city life. At the university, he meets Jae-won, who also loves surfing. As they begin to share their journey with each other, the connection of the two continues to grow. The Eighth Sense can be watched on Viki. Number 6. Eternal Yesterday. This is one example of a school BL series, but its plot is taken to the next level because of its supernatural genre. If we compare this to other school-based BLs, it's so different, but the setting also feels familiar in the visual aspect. Eternal Yesterday follows the story of Koichi and Mitsuru, who have different personalities but are strongly attracted to each other. One day, Koichi was hit by a truck in front of Mitsuru but miraculously got up and smiled at him like nothing happened. Few days have passed, but their classmates began to forget about his existence. Eternal Yesterday can be watched on Gaga, Ulala and Viki. Number 5. Love in the Air. This Thai BL is indeed a fan favorite, and I still got a lot of comments praising how good this was. Anyway, since Love in the Air has two main couples with different stories, it's quite difficult to recommend because the first one has an easy to watch scenes but the other one has shown a traumatic event of one character. Love in the Air follows the story of Rain and Sky, who fell in love with Payu and Prapai respectively. Their compatibility as couples is clearly evident throughout the series. Love in the Air can be watched on Viki and iQIYI. Number 4. Love Mechanics. When the short series was made in 2020, I have always wanted to see a full version of it because the first one was indeed lacking in terms of scenes that would build up the climax. 2 years after, the full version was released and a lot of fans loved it to the core. But it's not for everyone, since it has a lot of angst that some of you might not like once you start watching it. Love Mechanics follows the story of V and Mark, whose relationship starts at a club. Mark chooses to end what started between him and V, but the latter wants him for himself even though he already has a girlfriend. Love Mechanics can be watched on WeTV. Number 3. Semantic Error. When it comes to school BL series, Semantic Error is definitely on top, and it's also one of my favorites because of the oozing chemistry between the two male leads. The plot was simple, but it managed to get the attention due to the fact that it was done right. Semantic Error follows the story of Chu Sang-woo, who always prioritizes rules above anything else. When he removes the name of his group mates from their final presentation, it deals a heavy blow to Jae-young in his academics due to being a senior student. Jae-young tries to persuade Sang-woo, but the latter remains firm on his decision. Semantic Error can be watched on Viki, Apple TV, and Gaga Ulala. Number 2. The Eclipse. I'm actually surprised to see this Thai BL on the top 2 spot because I have read a lot of comments not liking the last few episodes due to being anticlimactic. Personally, The Eclipse was great in the beginning, but like everyone else, the ending did not satisfy what I expected it to be. Fortunately, the chemistry and acting performances of the actors made me finish the show even with the disappointing finale. The Eclipse follows the story of Iron, a new mysterious student of Sapalo which is known to have strict rules. Ak is suspicious of the new student, so he tries to investigate him, but Iron always has the upper hand. Unknowingly to them, Iron has enrolled to Sapalo in order to find the truth behind his uncle's death. The Eclipse can be watched on YouTube. Before we get to our number 1 spot, here are the other school BL shows worth considering to watch. Number 11. Dangerous Romance. Number 12. Sing My Crush. Number 13. About Youth. Number 14. Never Let Me Go. Number 1. My School President. Aside from My Only 12%, My School President is one of the few BL series which really showcases the most school themed among everything else because it really reminds me a lot of my high school memories. Not only that, the chemistry of Gemini and 4th is hands down a perfection and I will never get tired on watching them on screen. My school president follows the story of the student body president Tin who has a secret crush on Gun, the head of the music club. When the school's principal wants to axe all the clubs that don't boost their school's reputation, Tin would do everything just to save the music club and help them to win the Hot Wave music contest. My school president can be watched on YouTube and Viki. School BL series are starting to get even more complex in terms of storylines and plots and I'm happy to see it being diverse. Which school BL series are your favorites? Thank you for watching. That's it and see you on the next one.